Hey folks, this is Ben Gessel. I hope you're having a really good Christmas break. I just want to make a quick video about an article on Music Radar. I guess it's some kind of website. Anyway, they talk about various things. Anyway, the guy's name who wrote the article I'm talking about is Dave Clues. Again, that's D-A-V-E, last name Clues, K-L-E-W-S. He talked about how he talks about how he's specifically mentioning piano. Like you don't really need piano teachers in order to learn how to play piano. Well, it kind of goes like this. Okay, let's just back up here for a second. First off, we know that there are different aptitudes that we each of us have, or different naturals. Like, are we naturally skilled at this thing or that thing or this thing or that thing? And so, if you're more naturally skilled at something, if you only want to get to you're doing okay or like a mediocre-ish ability level, and you already have natural aptitude for something, you may be able to do that without a teacher. It might take a little while, depending on how skilled you actually are naturally or how fast you can pick it up and stuff. I mean, sure. But this is the same deal. It's not just piano, it's anything. It's skiing, it's bowling. It doesn't matter what it is. There are people that can get to a intermediate-ish level of ability on their own without any instruction. Yeah. There are people that can get to actually an advanced level um, for anything on their own. The question isn't, in my mind, it's not, can you learn piano on your own? Or anything whatsoever. The question is more, um, what natural aptitudes do you have for different things? And it's different for everybody, how skilled you are at different things. And I mean, if you just have, you might be pretty good at music or piano or whatever. You might be pretty good at soccer. You might be pretty good at, you fill in the blank. Um, well, okay then. If you take lessons, you'll probably go a little farther than if you um, didn't do lessons. So let's say there are some people that can only get to a early intermediate level of playing, early intermediate on their own. Then with lessons, they can get to an early advanced level. They get pretty good, um, but they maybe have a hard time going past. Really hard time getting past that area of ability. You have someone else that on their own can get to a very advanced level of playing the piano until they need lessons, and then with lessons they can get to be a concert pianist. So again, just I don't think Dave is going about this quite the right way. I don't think he's realizing that music lessons always help. I mean, I've never known. In some level, I've never known a music teacher that was, well, I guess yeah, that's true. That I guess you could say that technically there are terrible music teachers out there. I've heard of them. I know they exist, but I haven't personally known any of them. The worst of the teachers I've ever known are just kind of mediocre, I suppose, or pretty good, you know. And then of course I've known some absolutely amazing ones. Yeah, make your head spin. Like, wow, that's a good teacher. Not just I mean, amazing skill wise, but you know, if you can teach what, because nobody's business. They know what they're doing. So it's the question again. The question is what I have a problem with. The question is not whether or not you need a teacher or not. That's not the question to be asked. The question again is, what is one's natural aptitude in something? You can't know how good you are unless you try it. And then at what point do you want to start taking lessons? And how far can you go before you're like, or you keep pushing yourself and maybe you get better with more practice, I don't know. I just wanted to make a video about that because I don't think a lot of people really realize that. If every one of us could become as good as Lang Lang on the piano, then what Lang Lang does wouldn't be so extraordinary. Let me repeat that. If every one of us could become as good as Lang Lang, the Chinese pianist, then what Lang Lang is doing wouldn't be so extraordinary. We wouldn't pay tons of money to watch him play something in concert. Right? Right? So it's kind of like, yeah, you can teach yourself how to do some stuff, sure. Maybe. But maybe for some folks, maybe that's not really an option. Maybe some folks can't get very far in piano. That's okay. But once you get to that point where you're able to play okay, is that all you want to do? And if that's all you want to do, okay, that's fine. But if you want to go any farther, that might take lessons. That's why piano instruction, along with horn instruction, along with every other musical instrument, along with all kinds of other stuff, music teachers are not going anywhere. We will continue to have people that want music lessons. It's not going away. There's nothing that anybody can do, any of the programmers or whatever. There's no program, there's there's nothing like that can ever replace what a music teacher can do for a student. Not now, not in the past, not now, not in the future, never. Not going to happen. We're not going anywhere. Okay. You try learning how to play piano from one of those stupid whatever. You know what I'm talking. You know the stuff I'm talking about. It's I guess a person can kind of fool themselves into thinking that they're actually getting better at something like the piano if they learn a few songs and whoa, that's so easy. Well, no, you don't learn how to play the piano by learning how to play just a few songs and simple little things like that. No, it takes a little while, and then once you get to a point where you can read music pretty well, you're doing okay. Then there's all how do you get better at that point? Then it takes even longer, more work, and then you're like, okay, I'm getting pretty stinking good. Well, then how do you become a professional level? Kind of that takes a heck of a long time, a heck of a lot of effort. So okay. If you guys have any questions, leave me the thoughts and comments and questions below. All right, catch you later. Take care. Bye.